So, YouTube family, breaking news we got, and we got to get on with it. A lot of my close allies in this spiritual warfare we keep talking about hit me up regarding Shadeur Sanders, and they showed me a couple of things. And there are key stars on the team who already knew about the talks that Coach Kevin Stefanski and other front office personnel already had with members of the team who are actually counted. So when you see all the glazing and you see all the people around Shedeur doing the most, you already know they know what's going on. Now, let me move it forward further. There are YouTubers telling you that Shedeur knows he was set up. I personally feel Shedeur can see he's being set up, but did anything transpire where they told Shedeur? No, everything has been being done behind his back. So we're going to go with the start of some of these things right now. So with Shadeur Sanders' situation, I had to go back to one of my old videos they told me about. Bro was like, look at the video you did where you exposed it before anyone else. And I was like, I exposed a lot of things. What are you talking about? And they're telling me about the Kevin Stefanski situation where he already released a lot of the things. Remember when I broke him down, I caught him in multiple lies on how he talks to the media regarding said Shedeur situation, situations that also have related and correlated with Deion Sanders. You're probably like, what you mean? Well, it was Coach Kevin Stefanski who told the media world he was close to Deion Sanders. And when I exposed that he was not, he's been going around saying he's not close to Deion. But I've even exposed him on the radio show where you can see the level of hate he had for Coach Prime. Let's go to that before I get to the rest of the receipts. Do you remember the level of hate he had for Coach Prime where the Cleveland media were mocking Coach Prime?
One of the kind of funny concerns that I saw people have when you guys took Shedeur was, oh my God, Deion Sanders is going to be calling Kevin daily. He's going to be.
Did you guys see the laugh? Look at the laugh. Deion is going to be calling Kevin. Like, number one, why would Deion needs to do that? And pay attention to the media. It's the biggest secret that's not a secret. Everybody knows the Cleveland Browns do not like the Sanders family. But if we can take advantage and exploit Shedeur for whatever monetary and business reasons, we're going to do that. Pay attention. Look at the snarky behavior of Coach Kevin Stefanski.
Kevin daily. He's going to be conferencing in, calling Kevin daily. He's going to be conferencing in. It's going to be part of the reality show, his talk show.
He already referenced that it's going to be part of the reality show, the talk show, because that's what they think of Coach Prime. Not a good father, a great coach, great athlete. He's a joke. He's an entertainer. Didn't a little short Munchkin mention that? And I'm tweaking, but I remembered when the Munchkin mentioned that. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
We represent the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, and in the name of the Lollipop Guild, we wish to welcome you to Munchkin Land.
Yeah, that part. Never forget that. Now, let's get back to the radio set because I want to show you the correlations with the message I just got. And I'll show you about exposing Mary Kay the right way. You'll see what I'm doing, but just hit the like button right now and spare me the time so we can go over this video clip right here. I exposed this video clip months ago, but pay attention to the Porky the Pig on the left side of Coach Kevin and pay attention to the buffoon he has in front of him on the right side. Pay attention.
On Tubi, I think he has like 5 shows
his
right
talk
now.
show on Tubi. Yeah.
I have to catch up.
Yeah,
Did you catch what Kevin Stefanski said? I have to catch up. He never liked Deion Sanders. Why would he like Shedeur when he was forced to draft Shadeur Sanders?
Yeah, has any of that happened? Have you felt the glaze of the Deion Sanders prime time weighing in on a daily basis?
This is supposed to be a professional broadcast. Why would he iterate and say, have you felt the glaze of the prime time? Bro, they despise what Shedeur brings to Cleveland, including Coach Prime. This is damn near an hour-long diatribe of them attacking Deion Sanders' name and his representation. Look at Porky the Pig right here. Do you guys see him? Look at the snarkling. Even Kevin laughed at it. And I want you guys to look at something because you're probably like, Why was Coach Kevin forced to draft Deion Sanders? Well, they sent Mary Kay to do their bidding for them. And let me show you what I'm referring to. Mary Kay, on the article that I released, well, not I released it, but I exposed it a couple of months ago. Read it. Since 2025 NFL Draft, Shadeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns have been a major topic of discussion among NFL media and fans. This week, longtime Browns reporter Mary Kay Cabot revealed that the franchise chose to draft Shedeur not only for his skills, but also because they wanted the Sanders family to stop suffering from his draft slide. Did you guys see that? The Browns liked him throughout the entire process. That's why they jumped back on there in the 5th round and grabbed him. I don't think they wanted to see Shedeur suffer anymore and Deion suffer anymore. And they wanted to give this young man a chance in the NFL they felt he deserved. Now, you're going to say that I'm bugging out, but why would a media personality such as Mary Kay, who's not only a personality of Cleveland, she's actually affiliated with the Cleveland Browns. So what she says is truth to home, according to the Cleveland Browns. Not one of them debunked what she said. So did you catch what she threw out there and iterated that they helped out Shedeur? So it goes to show you what I said is almost factual to 100%, but I'm always going to give you a certain percentage where things could be misconstrued. But you see, like the scripture my dad taught me, you have to read the Bible precepts upon precepts. When I break down receipts, we bring it precepts upon precepts. We're not just going to be jabbering and yapping over here. You see why it's vital to what Mary Kay just said? Because when I broke the news to you guys, the front office was forced to draft Shedeur. They kept bypassing him. Coach Kevin Stefanski did not want him. None of the coaching staff wanted him. And none of the front office, including your boy, Andrew Berry. Bet you guessed it. But let's get back into the media speculations of what we actually seen on that radio show. Pay attention.
I have not. I don't know Deion well. I don't talk to him. Pat Shermer's on the staff there. I talked to Pat. I know Deion has a great relationship with our organization, which is important. They're doing an amazing job at Colorado. We had a bunch of their front office, quote unquote, personnel people come in this week to meet with our front office and do some exchanging of ideas. So we have a great relationship with their program, but no, not speaking to Deion on a regular basis, really not speaking to any coaches.
So you believe that BS? So he doesn't speak to any coaches on a regular basis? He threw that in there so people like me can expose it was a slide at Deion. We break things down to a T. Spare me your feelings, people who say I'm doing too much. But one thing I notice about people who say this about me, you never combat what I throw out there. You never debunk it. In fact, you don't even rebuttal it. You just turn into a court jester and you do what you clowns do best at the circus, make us laugh. But we don't laugh over here with this thing. When I say stick the code, I'm trying to represent like Shedeur, which is just a black hand strong backwards, but we're not going to get into that. Let's show more of these receipts. So during an appearance on a radio show, read it. Look how they threw it out there. I want to get his words live for y'all. He said, I don't know Deion very well, not speaking to Deion on a regular basis, but why would you need to speak to Deion on a regular basis? Deion is not playing for your team. In fact, Deion was going through a cancer crisis where he made sure not to go see Shedeur because Shedeur told him, don't come see me. Because Shedeur knew, like the rest of us, you were never going to give him willing reps. Pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. The news has fueled even more speculations about the relationship between Deion and the Browns front office. I showed you guys that, bro, these are actual articles from actual publications. So you don't think I'm just yappering and jabbering. Because a lot of you guys, if it's not a Stephen A. Smith or one of your Mayo co-parts, I said it perfectly that way. You'll catch it later. You won't listen to guys like me, but you'll listen to them with all the fallacies and facades that they throw to you, even to the point where guys like me was putting pressure out there. Shedeur finally had to say something regarding his limited reps, which he was sabotage. Hang on, I'll get into that.
Getting asked the same question, and none of us had the answer, so maybe you could give us the answer. Why aren't you getting any reps with the ones at any point?
I don't think that's not my place, to answer, to even be able to give the answer to that. I feel like it's not in my control. So I'm not even going to think about that or have that even in my thought process of why it is. Like, there's a lot of people that want to have the opportunity to be at this level, and I'm here, and I'm thankful to have the opportunity. So whenever that is, it is. But it doesn't make me feel down, or it doesn't make me feel left out or anything, because I know who I am as a person, I know who I am as an individual, and I know what I could bring to this team. So I can never feel less than, in any circumstance.
He's letting you know he could never feel less than, because if you're paying attention to what's going on, Shedeur understood when I did my reports. Coach Kevin Stefanski got caught lying. I always exposed him, but people don't want to pay attention. Go check the videos out. I surely did. Now, maybe he was drinking and got to talking too much. He put it out there that he basically was going to limit certain players from reps on the teams. And I was the guy who came and told everybody, catch what he said about limited reps, because they're telling you it's a quarterback competition. Then how can certain players get limited reps? But he tried to spin it to make it look like everybody was going to get limited reps. In fact, I put it out there on him saying everybody was going to get limited reps, but I was correct when I debunked it and told you guys it's only going to be one player, and that's going to be Shedeur. So this thing started eating up Shedeur. It got Shedeur feeling like, I see what's going on, but I got to be a consummate professional. I can't really speak on it because look at everything I do. If I take a fart, they're ready to, take his off that part. Let's just be real. These male races are losing their minds. They aren't taking care of their family. They're not satisfying their wives. No, they're waking up every day, creating fake accounts, trolling people, letting us know that Shedeur is trash. It's one thing to say you don't like Shedeur, but you're really going to tell us he's trash and then say you're not racist? But I digress from that part. Let's keep it going with the receipts. So we know about the limited reps, and I already put it out there. So when it came to Coach Kevin Stefanski, he's just a missing piece to the puzzle. You have to look at Andrew Berry, because when you're listening to Mrs. Cabot, which is Mary Kay, you got to understand that someone told Mary Kay to do this. I've put out many videos upon videos of Mary Kay literally telling the world she loved Shedeur once upon a time ago. So what happened with Mary Kay for her to be belligerent as so and just getting the yap for no reason live on national TV? I want you guys to tell me this. In fact, let's get the Mary Kay saying she wanted Shedeur to be her number 2 pick. Like an hour before the draft, she announced.
I'm in my GM camp today, and I'm going to make a trade. I'm taking Shedeur at number 2. I'm going to do the obvious right thing there. I'm going to take Shedeur, and I'm going to roll with it and see how it goes. But then I'm trading back into the end of the first round with my second round pick and some other things, and I'm taking Tyler Shuck.
She told you right there, guys. She got paid and coddled by the Browns organizations. If you've been watching Mary Kay's piece and articles, you would understand where I'm coming from. This lady has never gained the knowledge it takes to be accepted in that type of division, that type of a league. So this is her getting awarded by the Hall of Fame because of her colleagues allegedly network to make sure she was the one voted in.
In addition to celebrating the class of 2025 tonight, we're also honored to recognize 2 individuals for their outstanding contributions to professional football. The Bill Nunn Memorial Award is given by the Professional Football Writers of America to a reporter who has made a long and distinguished contribution to pro football. The award is named for Nunn, who, prior to his Hall of Fame scouting career with the Pittsburgh Steelers,
I'll tell you about Bill Nunn. He was a legend, great dude who changed the NFL from the front office to the coaching staff. He's just an exceptional person, and they attached that tweaker, Mary Kay, to his name. The fact that she got rewarded and guaranteed that Hall of Fame for contributing nothing to football, just because you stayed at a job a long time don't mean you was in the top 10 of players or your peers at that job. position. And that's the problem with people who give these awards. They water it down. I don't think with the investigative journalism that I do, I would actually care about this Hall of Fame, because I've been accredited on many publications, which is the supporters allowed me to get that. I don't give props to none of the publications who give me my flowers and all that. It's because of the people who are in the comment sections, the people who support my platform. They're the ones who gave me that flower, and that's my just due. But when Mary Kay can get up and give an announcement like this,
See all the guys in their gold jackets, but I must have read the memo wrong. I thought it was the gold dress dinner. The guy guarding the door refused to let me in, and my deadline was fast approaching. So I kicked the door open and walked in. And somehow, when I was never in the kitchen in the first place, up to him. During one of those yelling matches, I told him, if you don't have the footballs to say that to the guys, then don't say it.
Jesus Christ, this bitch is an idiot. I can't even listen to the speech. And Mary, the reason why they wouldn't let you in, you don't look like a journalist. You look like a tweaker. You look like something we can find on Figueroa or on 5th Street looking for her next fix. And I'm going to just be honest. I can't take it serious. If you people take that creature as a professional journalist, then I would look at you people as the vagabonds at the circus. I'm sorry, and I'm not sorry. But let's continue with more receipts to prove further my point of what I was telling you guys about. You're reading deep into the article, and I told you what Mary said about the situation. So Kevin Stefanski, has a tough job ahead of the Cleveland Browns. This is prior to the training camp, by the way, y'all. Let's keep reading it. The head coach has been named Coach of the Year twice, which is unacceptable. A garbage like that could be named Coach of the Year twice in the NFL. And then you disagree with Colin Kaepernick about in the National Plantation League. So you're reading it, and it says, despite the team seems unable to find direction, they'll have a great season. And we all know this already. Why am I showing you guys this article? Now, read the bottom part. Now, however, he appears to be facing difficult times that he'll need to overcome in order to keep his job in Cleveland. So we know Coach Stefanski is going through a headache right now. He's playing for an owner trying to be a fake Jerry Jones, and that's Jimmy Haslam. He has a token DEI hire, and I hate to say that word, but it's true. He has a token DEI hire who got fired and hired again, Andrew Berry. Let's just be honest, who nobody respects over there, including the Cleveland fans who continue to make fun of him, says he only hires convicts, even though it's Jimmy Haslam giving the approval and the green light. But let's continue. So remember, this is way before training camp and OTAs. Read the article. Last year, they missed the playoff in a dreadful season in week number 9. They lost quarterback Deshaun Watson, blah, blah, blah. Right now, Deshaun Watson remains out and may still be sidelined in 2025. Pay attention to that part, because Deshaun looked like he's improving. So what conundrum are you in? You got multiple quarterbacks who could really play as a starter for your team, and yet you don't know how to just finalize who's going to be the actual give and go. You make us know that your guy Joe Flacco is a starter, but we never seen the work proven in camp or training camp to give him this position. So I'm just showing you a little bit more favorable about how it never was a quarterback competition, how they raced to throw Flacco out there. You guys can pause this and read it yourself. Now, they told you it was more likely that it was Joe Flacco going to be a starter, and the second a string quarterback was going to be Kenny Pickett, and the third string developing was going to be Dylan Gabriel. That made perfect sense. Now, this was announced before any OTAs, before any training camp. So then you wonder why Blessone kept telling you guys they don't care about any of that. It's not about football. It's not about the wins and losses. It's a movie, and everybody got a part to play. And I think everybody playing. And when Blessone releases it out, you try to compare me to your favorite YouTuber. Your favorite YouTubers aren't breaking things down like that. They're not going in depth. Everybody talking about the same BS. I'm crazy, but then I make it popular for your favorite YouTubers could attach upon what I say here and continue with it. I only like a few of them. Shout out to Discern Goddess, by the way, beautiful queen. So let's carry on with this. I seen Discern Goddess bring this up too, like many other prominent YouTubers out there, and they talked about the setup. The setup that we all know, I've been talking about probably 4 years now, telling you when he gets drafted, we're about to see a show. And boy, did we get to see a show. You guys understanding me? When they tell you about the show you're going to see, you didn't know it was going to be that bad. The show was so bad, we got our answer. Now read this. After rookie minicamp, when asked if he's ready for the NFL challenge, he responded, "I'm not sure." These words could have consequences, as in a league as demanding as the NFL. Players are expected to show mental toughness. And with that answer, it seems Sanders may not be showing that yet. This was the Cleveland media sabotaging Shedeur during rookie OTAs, where Shedeur was looking like he was doing hella good too. So they're saying Shedeur is not looking like he's going to handle this, right? But meanwhile, we're being forced to believe Dylan the Gabriel, the guy who thrown nothing but 3 to 4 interceptions per training camp, and OTAs of rookie OTAs, voluntary OTAs, and mandatory OTAs. And they're telling us the Munchkin was the guy that was more prepared and Shadeur Sanders was ill prepared. You got to understand where these people are coming from, the logic of these people. Man, I'm going again with it, man. Let's go.
Everything, especially in America, as it pertains to a capitalistic society, involves competition. To the victor goes the spoils. There are people that are, Jimmy Johnson said it best.
It got really messy on social media. People just assuming that Dylan Gabriel was talking about Shedeur Sanders. What was your reaction?
I never believed he was talking about Shedeur Sanders. I totally believed him when he said.
I showed you Stephen A. Smith to prove my point. Simply that the Stefanskis got the call of action as well. They all got paid to be on board with this. You guys don't understand. This was a collective effort that's been a known thing in the diaspora of the football sports world. Not just football. It's in the NBA, the MLB. What do you think that really stopped the efforts of melanated brothers playing in MLB baseball? I remember when I was in elementary and middle school, goddamn, every roster had at least minimum 6 to 8 black players on the team. Now you see Hector and Chavez from Dominican Republic on the team. You know, no disrespect, but cosplaying as a brother. The other brothers who's not from the other mother. But we're not going to get into that because foundationally speaking, we're the ones who get thrown away and not talked about. They negate to bring us up. So now you got Hector over here from whatever Dominican Republic is. You know, I know black. I know black. You feel me? Shout out to Godfrey, by the way. But that's the truth. It was a sabotaging mode where they deliberately did it to be functional that way. What else you think it was made up to be this way? You cannot allow a Shadeur Sanders in the league who has that much influence, because then you change the landscape of things. Everything is now power being laid to the hands of the players. They don't want to see the next LeBron James. You know, LeBron James changed the scenario of the NBA. Now players have more power than ever. That's what Shedeur is. He's his own conglomerate. He's his own franchise, a walking franchise. You cannot allow that much power, even if you don't believe in the race aspects, just the power alone. You're going to a boys' league that's been around for decades upon decades. You're going to basically destroy what they've built in and out. They cannot allow that. So they have these power structures, the network televisions they owned and controlled, the media personalities, you know, the Stefanski and Stephen A. Smith. They got the journalists. There is no more journalism. I think we've released that back in 1968. This is way after John F. Kennedy's demise. And we came up as a society and we realized when you have no free press, you have no country. So none of your media pundits are actually professional or have any integrity anymore. You throw a fake $2 bill at them, they'll be stripping on the pole for anything for loose change. So when Blessone does these type of breakdowns, I'm going from my heart. This is not me with being opinionated or whatever. I'm bringing actual facts that I double and triple dare you to refute, you to rebuttal it, and you to debunk it, but you can't. And that's the beauty of real actual journalism. You go in depth into it without any biasness or anything like that. You're only going in looking for what you came for, and you're not going to stop until you find it because your nose is telling you it's there. With Shedeur Sanders, For me to look at what he has to go through for the likes of the Mary Kays of the world, I almost feel sorry for Mary Kay for a certain reason, because she really believes she's a real journalist and she knows what she is. And it's not just her. You'll get your feelings hurt if you find out your favorite YouTubers might be attached in that world too, right? You'll get your feelings hurt. Yes, it has trickled down to the YouTube sectors, all of social media, Instagram, TikTok, X, formerly known as Twitter. Do you want me to keep going? Facebook? I stopped using Facebook damn near over a decade ago. Facebook? That's the main culprit in this. But you're not ready for that, are you? Your favorite news publications are the last ones left, and even that might seem diluted at certain points. But if you're not reading your local newspapers, you're failing yourself. You're not going to your local libraries to read your articles, you're failing yourself. You don't believe in self-respect. See, when you get tripled and tangled up in this entanglement of Jada Pinkett Smith and August Alsina of what we call the mistress internet world, because TV was one world of just facades and lies. But then the mistress, which is the internet, shout out to Warren Buffett, who said we're living in the things of the internet now, but only if he only knows how true it was. When he says it, he's referring to how we could become rich and change technology, the ingenuity. But when I look at it, it's the end of society now. When you look at the internet, what it is now, it conforms you more to this bullshit world. That's what the internet is. You can take a lie and just blow it up and maximize it to the conglomerate and have them eating every single word of that lie with no one challenging it. But if I don't have that cachet that these ingrates have, people challenge me. Bless one, you might be lying. Bless one, blah, blah. And I'm not mad when people tell me that. My only thing is, why don't you apply this same measuring tactic you're using against me on everybody else? You know, the media personalities, the ones who are the superstars but don't know jack-ish about any of the sports they talk about, but yet you cherish them and you watch them every single second. Clearly, no matter how much you don't like me, you can see I know what I'm talking about. All right, this dude know what he's talking about. I just don't like him. But we know why. This is the weird niggas who don't like us. I gotta be real. It's like a comedy skit of zestiness.
But we've been fans of football for many years. I mean, what other game boasts such great names like Dick Butkus?
Or my favorite, Bob Greasy.
Now, isn't he a tight end?
He was.
I mean, that's what I envision and that's what I see when I see you clowns who get in the comments, and I can see your racial biasness or the fact that you have an ineptitude of lack of knowledge on the game of football, and you try to really go back and forth with me. So I have to ask myself, it's clear you don't really follow football, so what are you really following?
What's your favorite play of the game, Twan?
Well, to be truthful, for me, nothing beats that exquisite moment of tension right before the play begins. As the muscular, sweaty football men get down on that line of scrimmage, there they is, eyeball to eyeball. Their breaths is coming out like steam from a big bull's nostrils. I just got 3 words to describe it: delicious. I'm through.
That's what we describe you. That's what we describe you guys as. Delicious type dudes come in here being extra moist. Fall back. This is a sport of gladiators. Spare me your feelings. You may not like the truth that I'm dropping because you live in your cushion fake world, but you're going to deal with it. You're going to understand guys like Blessone aren't going anywhere. There are young content creators out there who watch my platform and they go, you know what I like about Blessone? Regardless of what we feel about him, that dude stand on business and he goes hard in the paint without worrying about any of the collective of people who are forming against us. And Shedeur isn't going anywhere because mark my word, he will be the best martyr for football, better than what Kaepernick could ever do, because we seen Kaepernick bending down for that Nike dollar. But Shedeur, he doesn't have to do anything but be himself, and he's already going to change things. I think I change things for brothers who look like me. You could have the long hair. You could articulate yourself while still, staying who you are from the hood. You don't have to worry about what they feel about us. You can have your people loving you. I'm a clear representation of my people who have uplifted me from darkness, because YouTube put me in the darkness, y'all, because what I talk about. When you talk about black love, they don't recommend your videos. You don't get this growth that other content creators get, being stepping fetchings, being part of the minstrel show. So I'm proud to say I'm one of the people who's grass rooted. I got that plaque because my people love me and I love my people. It doesn't pay to be a sellout, but it does. But for me, I grow better every day to wake up knowing that I love who I am. I love people. I'm not going anywhere. And I'm here to tell you, beautiful collective of the Melanations community, we're all not going anywhere. Get used to us. Get used to it. It's a different world. And I mean it, a different world. Don't let that go over your head. Shout out to Bill Cosby.
Most people get average people, especially average people. And you're an average person.
There's only two things in life that you worry about, whether you're healthy or whether you're sick. If you're healthy, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you're sick, you got two things to worry about. Whether you're going to get better, whether you're going to get worse. You get better, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you get worse, you got two things to worry about. Whether you're going to live, whether you're going to die. If you live, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you die, you got two things. Whether you're going to heaven, whether you're going to hell. If you go to heaven, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you go to hell, you got two things.
You guys even listening to me? Tell you what, that ain't working. Y'all know the little nursery rhymes, right? Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water, right? Jack and Jill ain't go up the hill to get no water, son. I hate to be the one to tell you this. But Jack wanted something else, all right? So you don't be Jack and you don't go up no hill with Jill. And if I catch anybody going up the hill with you, Daddy gonna show out, right? You understand?
I'm tired of you little dick bastard out there talking bad about me. Bitch, that's why I scrub my asshole with your toothbrush. Mister, I don't eat ass. Well, you ate ass when you brushed your teeth. Nigga.
Plug it up, sis.
I got a new nigga from the hill. And if I got a problem, he gon' let that thing steal. You said I never fuck a nigga like I fucked you. Well, I put the pussy on him, made him go, oh, he gon' get in it. And he gon' spin it. And I'ma do a split on the zip like a gymnast. Remember when you used to suck the spark out my ass? Remember when you used to eat the pussy out your nose? So how I'm a hoe? Please let a bitch know. You fucked up your re-up, now you sitting there, bro. Why you let the west side hit the stuff in your head? Made you go to the store and get some hot Cheetos, nigga. Hot Cheetos, though, he's a weak hoe. But my new nigga paid with that Draco. And he gon' put it in my butt for a deep down. You was right. I'm a freak hoe. Talking about you gonna tell everybody where my panties at? First of all, those are period panties, nigga.
I'm a 35-year-old white man.
Harrison, born Antoine Smalls, has transracial identity, identifying as Harrison Booth, a 35-year-old white man from Colorado.
And when did you know that you were a 35-year-old white man?
Well, I've always felt different. I go to the store, the movies, and just be thinking to myself, like, why am I not getting the respect I deserve? And then it just hit me. I'm white and 35. I just miss Colorado sometimes. Here I pretend the buildings are the old San Juan mountain range, but, the job's just here.
And where do you work?
I'm a systems engineer for Coca-Cola.
Oh, okay.
That boy don't work. He go to school and that's it. One day he said, call me Harrison. I said, who's that? He said, me.
Do you believe that he is a white man?
I mean, he isn't. Shit, I'd love to wake up one day and say, hey, everybody, I'm Rihanna. But I ain't.
I'm a 35-year-old white man.
This shine on the fucking city, nigga. This shine on the fucking city, nigga. This shine on the fucking city, nigga.
So much for inviting us into your home. I'm Bishop Magic Wand, founder and pastor of the Magic World Christian Kingdom Church. And at this time, I'd like to share Psalms 31:51 with you. Have mercy upon me, O.
We'll be right back after this commercial break. And now, a short commercial break. We'll be right back after this commercial break. And now, a short commercial break.
Smoke Hip Hop Live, but forget that.
That nigga I smoke.
Come down over here and come rock with my man and let it be good, man.
Yeah.
Salute.
Yes, sir.
Myself a YouTuber because I'm actually in the community and we get uncomfortable so when dudes like you and kings like you saluting me. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. You beautiful family. Nah, you, because let me cut this off. Man, what's good, YouTube family, man?
You already have, outtake, your frequency, man. You have good energy, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, you inspire me a lot. You don't even realize it, man. But it's good to see somebody on YouTube in real life. You're a real person, man. One thing I understand your motivation and your appreciation to the youth. Good.
Yeah, I was all right. This the field, man. This the field, man. Tough field, man. Hey.
Smoke Hip Hop Live.